He's on mute. That's how he's doing. Come on. Come on.
There we go. Let's try this again. Let's try this again. Boys, how are we doing?
Daigle.
How are we doing, guys?
One thing I know it's a brilliant win today, Brian. And one thing I want to ask about you was, despite being 5-0 up for the majority of that game,
yep.
Could you hear the fans from where you were watching the game in the yard? I don't know if you have the commentary on or what. But the fans were very, very loud about Levy and the chants throughout the whole game, despite leading 5-0.
I actually watched the game at home today because I've had a couple of days not feeling right. But what I was going to say and what I will say is after the Chelsea game, I put a tweet out and I said, I'm so happy the next two games are away because the away fans will do what the home fans won't. And all I will say to the guys at Rangers and the guys and ladies that were at Southampton, I salute you. They were magnificent. They got louder and louder. They were just constant. 1-0 carry on, 2-0, so on and so on. The only thing I want to try and change, and it's not for me to change it, is that I don't care about Levy tune, which I love. I think that final line has to change from all I care about is Kulusevski to all he cares about is making money for it to make more sense. And then you're cooking. But like I said, I even said man of the match today, the Spurs fans. Performance of the day, the Spurs fans that travel the length and breadth of this great country, England. And they were magnificent today. Fair play to each and every one of them. Brilliant, brilliant. Now it's whether it continues over the next two home games.
Yeah.
Brian, I want to ask a question about our striker, Solanke.
Yeah.
Talk to me about him. What's your thoughts on Solanke at the moment? Because obviously
Go on, Ash, sorry.
Yeah, no, go for it. The floor's yours.
I was going to say, I rate Solanke. I'm a fan of Solanke. When we bought him, all the statistics and all the videos people watched showed he had all the attributes to be a hit in this system, but we don't get him any service. Listen, those goals that came today, you look at it, the first one, which is a great ball from Jed Spence, is James Maddison finding the space and running and breaking the lines. The second one, I can't remember now, there's so many. Who's got the second son? That ball was going out wide. The third, Sarr coming from deep. I can't remember the order of the goals, but he needs to be in the box more. He needs to be getting amongst the goals. It's a shame he couldn't get on the score sheet today. He needs to be doing more, having more end product, but we've got no service for him. And I think I could understand some of the criticism he's getting, rightfully so, but he's not getting the service. And I even had someone say to me, Harry Kane didn't need service. And I was like, well, Harry Kane, anyone who tries to compare Harry Kane with anyone, you're going to lose the argument because he's one of a kind. But he could create something for himself and shoot from outside the box. That's not Dominic Solanke. We didn't buy Dominic Solanke. Ultimately, we bought Dominic Solanke to do what Harry Kane does and score goals, but you need to give him the service to get them. And I don't think we're giving him the service.
So would you blame Son and Kulusevski for that then? Because they were the wingers at the time. And then I was saying to Sim as well, for Bournemouth, I used to notice his movement a lot. But in this game here, I felt like some of his movement could have been improved on at times, where I want to see him attacking that front post in 6-yard box to get on there and things. I want his first touch to be slightly better so he can get his shot off. I don't know what you thought about the chances he actually did have, if he thought he could do a bit more in those moments.
Well, from what I saw from the stats, I don't know if it's completely correct. I can't remember having one shot. I don't know. I can't remember if he had many more. Like I said, and this isn't me having a pop at the board, because I'd love to have a pop at the board at every opportunity. We should have brought a winger in. We should have brought listen, we brought Odegaard in, but we should have brought one in that could deliver crosses and deliver the ammunition, and then judge him. That's why I think I can't blame Son and Kulusevski, because look, we both know how good they were today. Kulusevski's game this season wide has been magnificent. It hasn't been about getting out wide and assist. It's been his work rate, his positioning and everything. I think Solanke needs to do more and get more goals, but we need to find someone to unlock the key for him.
Positives today, though, Brian, and there's a lot of them, I think, today. Spence and Bergvall, first Premier League starts. First team this season to have 4 teenagers on the pitch at one time as well. How positive was that for you to see them in a Premier League game?
Do you know what? One of the positives that I don't know if you decided, I'm actually happy with how he performed in the second half. Just conserve your energy. I thought it was a wise move. Just literally, you're 5-0 up. The job is done. Everything is coming. Yes, he made the subs and brought on the youngsters, but we didn't need to keep going full throttle and try to get more. You've literally got the game won and wrapped up. Just go out and take it easy. Just relax, conserve energy. But getting on to the players you mentioned, Sim, I'm going, and Ash, actually, with you two in here. I was kind of having a little conversation with people in the chat before I came on. Brains brought it up about the Bergvall being pushed into the post. Now, I don't understand how that was not a penalty. Now, I had a couple of people, one name I remember was Brian Marsh, say it's because the ball wasn't in play. But I'm sure I've seen, but the thing is, I'm sure I've seen when people are pulling shirts or there's been a push before the ball is kicked. So maybe
it's usually once the corner's been taken, I think.
Yeah, because VAR would intervene. Yeah, VAR would intervene.
But he's lucky to avoid a red, I would say.
That's exactly what I was about to say, Sim. I don't know how that is shoving someone straight into the post. Yes, it was his chest or whatever, but that's violent conduct, surely.
Yeah.
Surely that's exactly what violent conduct is. But talking about the youngsters, first of all, let's talk Jed Spence, who came on first Premier League start. Yes, what we have got to remember, this is a very much needed performance, a morale boosting performance against a horrifically poor team. I didn't realise how poor they were. They are horrific. Let's be serious. It's a great morale boosting win. Loads of positives to take. But if we lose to United or lose to Liverpool or both, not saying that we will, then it's like, oh yeah, but we beat just look at it. We beat Man City 4-0. And look what happened. It's now got to be carry on doing this. But getting back to what you said, Simon, I think Archie Gray did really well. Really well. And he deserves a lot of credit right now, playing out of position again and doing a job for the team. Bergvall, I think he looked very good. He kind of dwindled after that incident. But I think one thing he's got to work on is, as much as he's been having these good introductions, he's picking up needless yellow cards, isn't he? He's got that bit about him, like Delhi, that we all loved and all wanted. But he's going to have to, as he's young, he's going to have to learn you can't keep getting away with this. But good performance for him. Brilliant to see Alfie Dorrington. I was getting a bit annoyed with Ange to begin with, but only because the subs he started making was obviously the one for Destiny with Porro had to be done. But then it's Werner and Johnson. It's like, you're 5-0 up, give the youngsters. Bring Langship. But me thinking that, he then went on to do that. So it was like, okay, you've done that. But fair play. And I must admit, I was getting very, very close to for the first time turning on. Just because of the results. Thank you, Ange. Yes, it was against a poor team. Yes, it was. Those players looked like they were playing for the manager, didn't they?
Yeah, I agree.
I think so.
That one down in tools. Listen, Spurs win 5-0. The Spurs fans constantly singing about our owners. Yes, we'll see what happens to Destiny. Great day at the office.
Fantastic. Any kind of hope for you that not that this is going to be a start of like a winning run, but is this something to build on at least in the short term? Can we kind of gain any momentum from this result?
Well, listen, the players that played, I think, like you said, well, we'll see what happens with Destiny. Like you were saying with, I think it was Ariane you had on that they don't think it's too bad. I saw across social media that some people were saying it was his quad, some were saying it's back. He'll see Spurs medical team and probably get told he's got a broken arm. Knowing this lot. That's the one, but the defence is going to be stretched.
What do we do if he's injured? What do we do? I guess Spence and
you're going to have to do Spencer Porro. But if people were saying Porro looked a bit knackered, then you've got a problem.
And also Spence was limping at the end of the game as well. Apparently, he went off.
Yeah, so let's just say, listen, if we can't say, right, that's something to build on, that 7 run without, or 1 win in 7 is over. Does this mean, oh my God, it all changes now and we're going to be on a surge to climb up that table, or we're going to get into the semi? Only time will tell. Anyone that thinks that this means we're going to challenge again for top 4 or 5th, at the moment, I think miles apart. But it is a 5-0 win. Lots of positives to take. Like I said, mainly the youngsters. And we see what happens. But if we lose, we can't get too carried away. Enjoy the moment, obviously. But now we go into what? We've got United, then Liverpool, which is going to be a huge test. And we know what Liverpool are like. And then Forest away, which is no goddamn easy game. It's not easy. And then obviously Wolves, who probably will have a new manager, but it's put to bed the poor form. And now we try and use this to build on. Whether we do, that's another question.
All right, Brian.
Big up,
Lovely
Brian.
for calling.
Big
as
up
always,
for you
lovely
guys.
to chat to you.
And I will just say once again, I'm not going to do that, but I will say away
coming out.
No, I'm just going to salute the away fans once again and clap them because
Salute
today, mate, what they were. Have a great rest of your weekend, everyone. See you later.
Love.